Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We are Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. We have a weekend's worth of what solds for you today, and we have a couple questions at the end of this video. Kathy's going to go ahead and show you what has sold for us over the weekend.
Hey guys, we'll just jump right in. First up, it was not the best weekend, but pretty decent. So this guy is just a North Face jacket. I picked this up at Salvation Army. I paid $7 for it. I think I listed it around $40 to begin with, plus shipping, and then it was on auto price drop, and then someone offered me $29 plus ship, and I accepted that. Lots of jackets this weekend. So this one was a Columbia jacket, the one with the thermocoil on the inside, and this I picked up at a local thrift for $5 recently. I knew it would sell fairly quickly, which it did. I thought it could sell around $70. This buyer paid $51 plus 11 shipping, so close to $70 with tax and everything. But yeah, I paid $5 into $51, so really happy with that. Mercari. I organized these today, but they're still not.
We rearranged right before the beginning.
Alright, so these are just some little Nike sneakers I picked up at the Ray Alana consignment sale recently. I paid $6 for them. Listed them for $20 plus shipping, or $25 plus ship. They auto price dropped to $20, and then someone offered me $16 plus ship. So I accepted. Not a huge profit, but more than doubled my money in just a couple days. And this was a cool sale. These are just some Nike golf shorts, but they're like a ridiculous color. I only bought them because they were new with tags. They had a $80 retail on them. So I've sold other Nike golf stuff for a good amount, so I figured it was worth it. I paid $5.99 for them and listed them for $40 plus shipping, and that's what they sold for, full price sale there. So that was it for Mercari. Oh, actually these just came in as we were starting to record. I haven't even boxed them up or anything. They're just some LL Bean Gore-Tex boots with Vibram soles. If you can tell, they're still pretty dirty. We did wipe them down a little, but honest, we just list stuff dirty, guys. Not like clothes really, but like if his clothes has a stain, I'll just show it and, you know, say it has a stain. But yeah, shoes,
We don't spend a whole lot of time cleaning.
but yeah, we're not going to sit there scrubbing them for hours or anything. So these did get a little scrub. They sold for $55 plus shipping. That was an offer that a buyer sent me. And yeah, I bought these at Salvation Army, so they were $7.99 is what they charge for their boots there. All right. So then
The best way to have clean shoes is to buy them clean already.
yeah, and I think like I could have got 70 or so for those if I'd cleaned them more, but okay, that is kind of a lot, but it would just, I just don't like cleaning them. I know Chris doesn't like cleaning them, but he does it for me sometimes, so I'm more about the quick profit, quick sale.
I think I probably spent 10 minutes on those.
Already.
I had to let them
still kind of
soak.
dirty.
Yeah, they're still pretty dirty.
So, I don't know. You just gotta gauge it for yourself if it's
Figure
worth
out
it
when
for
you're
you.
when you're done.
I know some people just don't like to list dirty shoes. They just feel like it's gross, but people don't mind buying them. Alright, 2 Kitizen sales this weekend. First up is this Jamie K sweater. So this is the brand that I found recently, like a whole bunch of them at the Ray Alana sale, but this one I didn't find there. This one I bought for my son. So I bought it on clearance. I paid $23.79 for it. He didn't end up wearing it. We actually have it in several sizes. We're actually going to wear the same sweater in a bigger size for our family photos coming up next week. So anyways, I listed it for $39.95 free ship, and that's what it sold for. So I still profited like $7 even after Kitizen fees, shipping, and what I originally paid for it. So. Alright, and then other Kitizen sale was these little Converse. They're not that little, but they are real leather. Most of the Converse we sell are canvas, but these ones were leather. They did have like a weird spot on the toe, and they were again pretty dirty. The heel, the All-Star, is kind of rubbed all the way off. The rubber's worn down, so I listed them at $20. I would have sent an offer, but this person just bought them pretty much right after they put them in their cart, so they paid $20 free shipping. I bought these for $2 at a local thrift, and the shipping was just under £1, so it cost me $5.75 through the app. Alright, so we had a couple Oh, there was one more Mercari sale. You see we're all sorts of out of order. So these are some Picolinos. If you don't know that brand, I don't know if you can see this little logo, but that is it. The first time I sold a pair, I had no idea what they were. I just thought they were like a pretty red color, which red is like my favorite color. So I was like, oh, these are nice shoes. Picked them up. Didn't even know what I was getting into, and they sold fairly quickly and for a decent amount. So since then I've been picking them up, and they all have sold fairly quickly. So these are, I got these for $5.99 at Goodwill. They sold for $33 plus shipping. Alright, so that was it for Mercari.
Until the next one.
Yeah, we had some Kittizens, or not, oh my goodness. We had some Poshmark sales. Yeah. So first up are these Marmot snow bibs. So these are just for like a small child, like a 4 or 5 year old. I picked these up at the Dillard's discount sale for $19. I listed them for $100. The retail price on them is $125. Someone offered me $75 today, so I accepted that. So it's over a $40 profit on a kid's item. So if you pick up the right stuff, you will get a good amount of money. Alright, and then this guy, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, probably saw when I picked it up because I was super excited to find one. I'm always checking the jackets just for like these Sherpa line vintage type jackets. So our Goodwills unfortunately are very expensive. So this did cost me $16.99, but I knew that I could still make a decent profit on it, which I did. I listed it for $125, which was reaching. I thought I could get closer to $80. The first offer I got was $50. I countered at $100, I think, and then the lady came back the next day at $60. So I didn't regret not taking $50. Like, I knew I could get more than that, but sometimes when you paid $17, you just want to like get that money back really fast. So the next day when she came back at $60, I re-looked up at comps and stuff, and a lot of them were selling in that $60 range. So I accepted her offer, even with me paying that much out of pocket for it. After the Poshmark fee, I still make $48, so it's like a $30 profit. So yeah, if you ever see these, this is Wrangler, but they have Levi's ones, Carhartt ones, like anything that looks like this is probably going to get you a good amount. Alright, then we got some new pants, and if you haven't heard of this brand, it's a good kids brand to look out for. It's spelled N-U-N-U-N-U. And it's really expensive retail. Like, these pants are probably close to $70 if you buy them new from their site. I got these at Once Upon a Child. Both my kids, I think, have worn them at this point. So I paid $6.50 for them, and then I listed them for $30. They do have like a lot of wash wear and pilling on them. The stars are faded a little bit. So obviously I disclosed all that, and then someone offered me $22, to which I accepted because my kids both wore them, and I'm still profiting like $10 off of them, so happy with that. And another one of my kids' items, this is just childhood. You guys see me sell it all the time. These are the boy shorts. I listed them for $30 or $35 maybe. They only retail for $30, but they're not available right now, so I listed them high. Someone offered me $25, and I accepted that. So I think I paid retail for them, which is $30, so did lose some money, but my kid wore them a lot. Those are my favorite shorts and pants of his. Alright, and then last couple sales here are eBay. First up, another one of my kids' things. This is just a Vineyard Vines button down. I don't remember where I got this or what I paid for it. It either probably came from ThreadUp or from Kidizen. I can't imagine I paid more than $15 for it. I usually only buy stuff that I know I can make my money back after I add shipping and fees. So anyways, I listed it for $19.95 free ship, and that's what it sold for on eBay. And then this guy is something that Chris picked up.
The best sale of the day.
Oh, yes. This is just some Kodak, I don't even know, picture paper. We don't do any photography other than with our phones these days. So anyways, Chris actually picked that up a long time ago, like probably a year ago. We went to an estate sale, and back then we were just kind of trying our hand at some random hard goods and things like that. So that was cheap enough to give a shot, and it's been listed ever since, only on eBay though, because it's not really Kidizen approved, it's not really Poshmark approved, and it was so heavy that I didn't even list it on Mercari because I didn't want to pay the shipping, and then if I use their shipping, it's $11. So I didn't even list it there. So it's only been listed on eBay. Somebody finally watched it yesterday, and I sent them an offer of $5 plus shipping. So it was listed at, I think, $8 plus shipping. So not a high amount to begin with. I don't even think we looked it up when we bought it. We're like, well, it's new. It's only $1. Let's just get it. So
I think I did, but I didn't think about shipping and thinking about the weight and all that. So
yep.
I was like, sweet,
He
I'm going to turn $1
profited
into $10.
$2 on it.
Yeah.
So. And then same thing here. This is the last sale, but it actually sold to a viewer. So I saved this one for last because she had a question. So anyways, this is just a shirt. It's not like branded or anything. It just says American Pride, has a bald eagle, and it says Denver, Colorado. So thank you for buying this. So she said, so this sold to Gail for $8 free ship. I picked this up at a yard sale over the summer with several other t-shirts that have already sold off. But yeah, so this one obviously didn't make a ton of money. The shipping cost me $3.50 and eBay fees plus the $1 I spent. I think I profited like about $2, same as Chris on the photo paper. But yeah.
But it's going to a viewer, so
yes,
thanks,
thank
Gail.
you, Gail. So she also asked, she said she follows us on YouTube, learns a lot, wondering if we could show on our next Q&A kind of like a bookkeeping follow through from how we enter your new inventory in our spreadsheet, how we update it when the item sells, and if there's any in between upkeep.
So yeah, we'll just answer that right now because it's not glamorous or anything like that, at least not yet. So I'm just going to sit down here, point you towards. All right, Gail, so here's our inventory sheet. You can kind of see here we have the item, we have the location that it's stored at. So I'll just pick a random one here. These Cole Haan Grand OS Black Flats. So when we buy something, we put it in the inventory here, and when we put it in a box, we put the box location right there so that we can, you can push Control F in Sheets. And if you look over on the right here, it'll have a little box up there. So let's just do Cole Haan. I just spelled Haan wrong. If we go back over here, it highlights it green, and we can scroll through everything that's Cole Haan. And that was this one. So that would be in box AP. And it shows the date we purchased it, where we purchased it from. These checkboxes here are where we have them listed. And we just kind of weigh it also whenever we are listing, just to give us an idea if we're out and about, how much things going to cost to ship. And then when we sell it, we kind of just grab all this. And you'll see here, I did black out all pricing here. This is where we would put the purchase price. So in this case, if this sold, we would select these boxes here, copy or cut them, and then down here at the bottom, you see we have each month, and we would move over to like December, and we would add it into our December solds, and here it would just paste in on the next line. We would check box where it's sold, the date it sold, and then all that information from before, the date it was purchased, where it was purchased from, and the purchase price would be right there. And then we would add in on the right the sold price, fees, shipping cost, and then our total profit. So that's kind of the nitty gritty of our spreadsheet. It's not glamorous at all, and I do want to make that better in the future. Just never really got around to do it yet. So I think Kathy has some other questions. Hopefully that answers your questions, Gail. It's basically the bare bones of everything that we need for tax purposes, and we can easily pull it from that spreadsheet. So hopefully that does help. But here's Kathy with some other questions.
All right, so Aaron R is asking, do you find a lot at Plato's Closet? I'm trying to find other places to source. I wouldn't say a lot. I like to pop in there and look for shoes. Like a few times I've been in, they're kind of pricey, obviously, Plato's, but I found some good like athletic shoes for a good deal, like $12-14 for things that can sell for 50 plus. To me, that's a good enough deal to pick up. So when I'm in, when I'm already going to Goodwill or something by the Plato's, I'll stop in there just to see if I can find anything new. They don't seem to be getting through inventory very often recently. So like I've stopped in maybe 3 times in the last few months, and almost nothing seems new to me. So I don't find a ton. I do find some things. Like I did stop there this weekend because they were having 70% off clearance. So I think I got 5 pairs of shoes. And then I also found, if you follow me on Instagram, those Post Malone Crocs, which those were not on clearance, but I did pay up for them. But I think they can sell for $70+ So I was willing to buy those. But yeah, they have a lot of more trendier things, so you can, if you're willing to pay up for stuff, find a lot of stuff to sell for higher prices.
Sometimes we'll go to buy stuff for ourselves too. But,
Yeah.
and then we'll try to thrift or source there to make the trip worth it, or to count miles and all that kind of stuff. So
So yeah, it's not my favorite place to source, definitely, but our Colorado Springs, it's big, but then it's also like where our Plato's Closet is. We have 2 in town, but one of them has Once Upon a Child, Arc Thrift Store, Goodwill. I feel like something else, like all within like a mile. So I go to that area often just so I can hit up a bunch at once. All right, and then we had a question from Planet Space. They asked, glad to see you're feeling better. Could you please tell us how you label your boxes with the items? I see Chris answered that. He said we use Dymo labels to
we
just printed the letters, but I'm reading the question differently than you answered it. So
okay.
to me, he's asking, I don't know which one is right, so I'll just say what I read it as. So Chris read it as in,
how do we label the boxes? Maybe that's too literal of a
so
interpretation.
If you were wondering what these letters are, they're just Dymo labels that we printed letters on. But the way I was reading it is how we label them. Like, I always get the question of, like, people see an S and they think, oh, is that, I don't know, what starts with an S? Like, do you put your shoes in that box? Or, you know what I mean? Instead of, so if that was the way you were asking the question, we just completely random how we put stuff in the box. So whenever we go to inventory, we'll just find somewhere that has space. Like, I could probably fit one item in here, so I would just put it in there and then say AF on the spreadsheet that we just showed you guys. So
we try to keep it as random as possible.
Yeah, so the letters have nothing to do with brands or style.
It's just a bin number.
Like that. Yeah, it's just completely random. So I think that's confusing to some people, but then I watch others that do label their stuff by, shoes or whatnot, and I think that's confusing. So
well, just think if you have 10 pairs of jeans and they're all the same brand, maybe the only difference is the waist measurement, and they're all right next to each other. You have a more you're more likely to pick the wrong one on accident if they're right on top of each other. So we tried to spread it out so that if there's one pair of jeans in box R, that's the pair of jeans that we're looking for. And we do verify that, when we're bagging things up and when we're doing these videos and stuff. But for the most part, it gets rid of the human error of picking the wrong item.
Which I have almost done once.
And we have done.
Random, but like I put 2 blacks, no pants, different brands right next to each other, and luckily I noticed before I sent it out. But yeah, I was packaging in the semi-dark, and I would not have known if I didn't wait till the light to actually seal the box. So
yeah, I think there is one time with those play shoes. Remember those adult play shoes?
Oh, no,
I think we accidentally put the wrong size in the box, and we mislabeled it as we put it in, and we didn't double check it as we took it out to sell, and we delivered the wrong shoes. That was all handled and all that. The customer was very awesome, but I think those might be the only 2 problems that we've had in the past year that we've been doing it this way. So, and we do, at least 10 sales a day on average for pretty much the whole year. And we're pretty quick at picking items and getting shipping going. So it's definitely worked out for us. Hopefully that answers your question.
All right, and then last question is from Megan, and she's asking, how do you remember what you paid for each item? Is that what you're reading on your phone when you're showing the item? So I just have a good memory, honestly, but I also look at the spreadsheet before. So pretty much right before we start the video is when I do all the packaging. So I just looked at it and remember what I paid for it, because I do all the profits and all the calculations before we do this. So I remember what I paid. I pretty much remember what the profits were. But I also have like a weird photographic memory to where like I know which Goodwill in town I got this Wrangler jacket from, and I remember the price tag. So, kind of both. Is that?
I think she has selective photographic memory. Sometimes she pretends like she doesn't remember anything. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it. There was no more questions, right?
That was it for today.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and pack these up and get them off to the post office. Thank you so much for the great questions, guys. I don't think I'm going to get this video up today, but it'll probably be up tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So hope you guys had a great Tuesday, and we'll see you guys in the next one.